Good morning, everybody. This morning, I want to talk to you guys about active listening. What is active listening? I'm glad you asked. Thank you. Thank you for asking. So, this is something that actually a technique that I've been using or practicing and trying to use. It is definitely a learned technique and takes a lot of conscious effort to become good at it. And the reason I have found this technique really, really important in my journey is because I want to understand other people. Just like I want to be understood, I want to understand other people. And when I connect with them, I want it to be meaningful. And I've noticed that my brain is always going. I move very fast. I tend to always think about what I'm going to say next. And it really disconnects me from the person that I'm communicating with. So I just wanted to read you a few definitions of what active listening means. A communication technique used in counseling, training, and conflict resolution. It requires the listener to repeat what they hear to the speaker, restating or paraphrasing what they have heard in their own words, to verify what they have heard and confirm understanding of both parties. The second one, you cannot allow yourself to become distracted by whatever else may be going on around you, or by forming counter arguments that you'll make when the other person stops speaking. Nor can you allow yourself to get bored and lose focus on what the other person is saying. All of these contribute to a lack of listening and understanding. So it's fully concentrating on what is being said rather than passively hearing the message of the speaker. I don't know if any of you have ever been in a conversation with somebody and they were like, yeah, okay. And they immediately speak after you're done speaking, or they even interrupt you with their thoughts when you are mid-speaking. And if you've ever felt how not understood that you felt, that when you were talking to this person, you really didn't think that they heard you, or that they even understood what you were trying to say, that they were more worried about either on their phones or, because most of us listen like this now. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you can't really listen to somebody when you are not focused on them. It really takes all of your senses to actively listen. Your eyes, you need to make eye contact. Your hands need to be in a place that's not closed. If you're like this sends the message that you really don't care what they're saying. Or this is like, chill, I'm not really interested, and whatever, I have other things on my mind. Your mouth, if you are talking every time that they're talking, that really doesn't communicate that you're listening to them. Your mind, if you are thinking about what you are going to say next, you are not fully hearing what the other person is saying, and you can't absorb really how they're feeling. And this is such a hard thing. I think the hardest thing for me is the not thinking about what I'm going to say next. In a generation where I find that we are a defend generation, that we have to defend ourselves, that we have to fight back. We have to defend what we're saying and our actions and all of that, instead of just allowing the other person to feel whatever they're feeling and that be it. We feel like if we don't express our feelings, that somehow we're conveying that we agree and that all of their feelings are, that we agree with their feelings. We don't have to agree with their feelings to listen. And that's where I think we lose that connection process in this day and age. So really, overall, what active listening is to be deliberate with your listening and remind yourself frequently that your goal is to truly hear what the other person is saying. So I've had several conversations and never really noticed until I became aware of active listening and started practicing it, that when you're talking to somebody, it's always about the me too, me too, me too, me too. Oh, hey, I call my friend Sally. Sally, I went and I got this awesome book today. Let me tell you about it. And she immediately is like, oh, I went and I got this awesome book also, the me too. Instead of, hey, let me hear about your book. And then saving what your experience is for later and really allowing that person to express what they're trying to express, to convey their feelings. And I have found that this technique in connecting with people is so important, especially as leaders, as parents, really as anything. In our relationships with our spouses and our friends, we all desire to be heard and understood. And I believe the more that we can give that, we're able to receive it. Because if we're able to give it, we know what it takes to receive it. Meaning, if you can if you can give active listening and you notice that somebody is not really actively listening to you, you can convey, hey, I really want to be heard right now. Could you please maybe put down your phone for just a few minutes so I feel like that you're hearing me? And my husband Chris and I have had this conversation because he likes to tend to do things while I'm talking to him about important things, and I don't feel that he truly hears me. Even though he may, for me, I need to see him and I need to have kind of all of those things combined, the looking at me, the maybe repeating what I'm saying, so that I feel like he hears me and he understands me. So if I can say, hey honey, could you please stop what you're doing for a few minutes? Okay, let me say, if he's in the middle of, I've done this, if he loves to play video games. So if he's right in the middle of like a battle in a video game or doing something or working on something, and I'm like, hey honey, I have this really important topic. I need you to stop right now and listen to me. It's kind of unfair. So it's all about those expectations again. So instead of doing that, I try, hey, honey, I have something I really want to talk to you about, and I would really like your full attention. When you have a few minutes, can you come to me so that I can talk to you? So that way, he is not thrown into a situation where he can't actively listen. And I don't put myself in a situation where I'm not able to be understood or heard. So recognizing those situations. So that's first. And then, use your words. Use your words. I think we forget as adults to use our words. We encourage our kids. I was a preschool teacher for 10 years, and I said that over and over and over. Use your words, use your words, use your words. But as adults, I think that we forget to use our words. We just expect people to know what we want and need without using our words. And I think that's so important. You know what? That's a good another topic. Using our words. I'm going to write that down. Using our words. Because I think that we forget. It's that expectation. And we forget to use our words. Okay, so I come to him and I'm like, hey, honey, can you, make some time? I would like to talk to you. And then he can stop what he's doing and really look at me. for me, I need that. And so I need to use my words and convey that. So if we are able to actively listen and we know what that takes, we can use our words and help others actively listen to us. Not rudely, like, hey, put down your phone and listen to me. Not like that. I'm saying that in a connecting way, this is really important to me. And I would really value your time if you could just take a few minutes and listen to what I have to say. Or I really value your input. So could you please maybe make some time so that I could talk to you? Something like that. So key points to active listening is pay attention. Show that you're listening. First of all, how do we pay attention? First of all, don't set yourself up for failure and try to pay attention mid-project or while you're trying to do something else. Put down whatever you're doing, set aside a few moments to focus. Show that you're listening. How do we show that we're listening? With our eyes, with our body structure, the way that we're sitting. Also our words, offer, yes. And then provide feedback. Repeat what they're saying. When they pause and wait for you to interject, that's when you can show them that you're listening by repeating something that they're saying in your own words. Defer judgment. So when they're speaking, don't interrupt. Try really hard not to think about what you're going to say next and rebuttal or to defend yourself or anything like that. Just really try to dismiss those feelings and those thoughts. And then respond appropriately. If this is a heartfelt conversation, you don't want to approach it, if my friend's like, my son's in the hospital and I've had a really rough day, I'm not going to respond with, oh, okay, well, maybe tomorrow we could go to coffee. That's not really responding appropriately. An appropriate response would be, I'm so sorry that your son is in the hospital. This must be a very trying time for you. I can't imagine what you're going through right now. Thank you for coming to me and talking to me. Something like that. Don't be fake, but be real. Really think about what you're going to say, how the other person is going to receive it. That kind of thing. So your interest can be conveyed to the speaker by using both verbal and nonverbal messages. With your body, with your eyes, the way that you sit, your words, your breathing. If you're like, that's obviously conveying that you are not interested and you're very irritated. So just a reminder this morning that I feel like this is really important in all kinds of relationships. Especially the ones that we really want to connect with. Our spouses, our very close friends, our children. If you're a leader or a teacher, this is really important in your field. Good morning. My little just woke up. So I just want to share that with you guys this morning. Come on in. Okay, hold on. He's trying to open the door. So I wanted to convey that. I wanted to, my mind's all lost. You want to say good morning? Say good morning. No? Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys this morning, and I hope that you guys will have a great day, and I love you all. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit subscribe and like the videos. Have a beautiful Thursday.